Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Okay guys, so where were we? Chapter 3, which was the verse?
43.
43.
Draining a lake with a blade of grass.
Yes. He is talking of how to create Vairagya. Okay. Before that, any questions, clarifications? We have to do the 43rd verse today. We did 3 verses before that. So any questions, clarifications, or is it all fine?
Swamiji,
Yeah.
that draining the lake, you had told us somewhere earlier, in some reference, I am not able to recollect, a sparrow trying to drain the lake
Yeah.
with a blade of kusha grass. I
Yeah.
don't know where is the reference, which one you told.
Here
I
only.
was trying to
In this it is. See, that is an old story that the the bird laid its eggs on the beach. And the ocean
now I recall.
came and naturally flooded out the whole thing up. And the bird, it seems, got so angry, it started trying to empty out the ocean. He said, I'll stick it and empty out the ocean. Now, this is a story given to indicate how much commitment may be necessary. It's a bit exaggeration, arthavada, exaggeration to highlight something. That single pointed determination and commitment to getting what you need to do. Yeah. That's all, nothing more than that. So that's the example he's quoting here, the kusha grass, to empty the ocean. The idea, you really can't. Even if you tried for 1,000 years, that won't happen. But the idea is, keep at it. Because, it is, we are used to measuring results, which is a good thing in all your functional activities. Running a business, running a project, you need to have every step marked out, this, that, done. And see that whether you are more or less on track. You'll never be 100% on track. Okay. All the projects that I have done, I have seen, initiated in companies, all of them. Okay. That's why human learning is always important, because you need a human being there to ensure that everything works, even if things doesn't go exactly according to plan, to make those course corrections you need. So there you need all that. So we bring that mindset to understanding the truth. It's not measurable in that sense. Yes, you can say my mind is calmer than before, more peaceful. Those are all preparations. And that preparation, there's a whole lot of ways of doing it. Karma Yoga lifestyle, therapy, preparatory meditations, whole lot. Do what works. So, they are not quantifiable results, because it's a qualitative thing, not a quantitative thing. So you can't measure in quantitative terms, but qualitatively you will know. You're calmer before this. Fine. Then as far as knowing the truth is concerned, in this case, you will gain insights. Every class or the others, some insights will keep coming. Okay. So you may think one day it's all clear to you. Could be, or maybe not. Why? Because some doubts come up. Suddenly you see something, you're thrown off gear. So this is where you have insights, but you're working on your clarity. Keeping working on your clarity. That is why at any stage, even if you have become a teacher, you've been teaching for 10, 20 years, you will do some reading every day. Okay. Is there a state of optimum thing? Definitely. Have most of people reached it? Yeah. Many I know have reached it. Okay. How do you know for sure? Unless something happens which throws you out. Until then you won't know. So what throws you out? Okay. It may be something silly, it may be something else. Now there are two things in getting thrown off also. One is, all of us have been walking for 30, 40 years, 50, sometimes 80 years, we have been walking. You stumble once. Does it mean you don't know how to walk? Even the guy who wins the medals in walking races, not running, walking races, he can stumble, no? Especially given the condition of our roads. You should see my road, beautiful. So, a stumble is fine. That doesn't mean you don't know how to walk. Similarly in life, you got your rootedness in this knowledge. You can still stumble. But if you stumble, you recover fast. No? Just a stumble. Okay. So even this in life, if something goes haywire a bit, you're thrown off, you come back. No issues. No issues. But if you're thrown out for a couple of days, then you know, okay, your Nishtha requires some work. You got the insights, but Nishtha requires, your steadiness in the knowledge requires some work. You know that. So to prevent it from happening, as a preventative thing, every day you'll spend some time in studies, contemplation, etc. Everyone does it. Okay. Easiest way of doing it after a certain stage, take a class every day. You're in this knowledge all the time and you're explaining it in this thing, so you're in it, you're soaked in it. No? Unless I see you all as consciousness, I can't say you all are consciousness. How can I say that? And I can't see you as consciousness if I don't see myself as that. So it works all fine. Okay. So some of it every day is helpful. That's why it's qualitative. That's why I always tell you all, remember? When you're waiting to see the sunrise, eastward the sun climbs slowly. Oh, how slowly. But westward look, the land is bright. Same way, if you're looking back in your life, you understand, hey, I come a long way. But if you're looking, moksha is painted in such glowing terms, you always feel a little less. And we have a problem of comparing too much. Are you clear about it yourself, or do you still have doubts? Doubts either intellectual or doubts come feeling, emotions. Two types of doubts will come. Okay. One because of the experience, past conditionings, the emotions are there. So that's one place from where the doubts can come. Or intellectual doubts because someone raised an argument, a question, you read something, or a new perspective came about certain situations. Science is good for that. That's why I tell people, expose yourself to a bit of science is very good. Because new arguments are, where are the old Purvapakshins gone? There's no Sankhyan living, isn't it? There is Saishwara Sankhya, there is yogis. But which yogi today, which yoga teacher in today's world talks about the philosophy of yoga or the spiritual pursuit? They are only talking in terms of fitness, health, weight loss, big thing. Even skinny people want to lose weight, I don't know why. Okay. You're fine, you're healthy enough, good enough. Okay, health is affected by your weight, do take some steps about it. But that's all they're talking about. So, Nyaya Vaisheshikas were the pre-runners of science. They were the first theoretical physicists. They contemplated on the nature of the world as atoms, this, that, etc. So now, what is the Purvapaksha for Vedanta? Comes from science. So it's good, read those and see whether you can answer those things. If you can answer, good. If not, find an answer. It's okay if your answer is dialectical. It's okay if your answer does not follow the mode of science, the mathematical model. Because mathematics is one type of language, you use another type of language, it's okay. Yeah, mathematics is a language, actually, it's a meta language. Like Panini Sutras are another meta language for analyzing a language. Okay, you create a meta language for analyzing a language. Similarly, they use a mathematical formula, otherwise, you'll have to write 2 pages for it. So that's the only difference. So it's perfectly fine to answer it dialectically. So that's the intellectual arguments. Then feeling oriented arguments may come because you have not mastered your mind enough. That samadama is not enough before you started studying Vedanta. So you have to do it along with the studies. Learn to feel deeply but not get carried away by your feelings. See, there's another thing. As a Vedantan, I am a Vairagi. Therefore, I said, does it mean I don't have feelings? That's ridiculous. Yeah, you're not Spock from Star Trek. You're a human being. You're not a Vulcan. So you are bound to have feelings. But remember my old example? This is the tail and this is the dog. As long as the dog wags the tail, it is fine. When the tail starts wagging the dog, it becomes a problem for the dog. As long as I have emotions, they are fine. When the emotions start holding on, then it is a problem. So you know where to take care of it also. So having emotions is beautiful. It makes you human. If you are going to be dictated to by your own emotions, your own desires, your own feelings, then you have a problem on hand. Yeah. So to keep it in that balance, all that is mastery. Plus all conditionings. Lifetimes you have lived as I am the body. And now we got this insight, I am consciousness. It takes time for that conditioning to go away. No? Ignorance goes in a flash, fine. I am clear. I am consciousness, not the body. But the old conditioning that I am the body will continue for some time. Why will it continue for some time? Because you are still using the body, na? Every day, even to listen to Vedanta, you are using the body to do anything. Have a glass of water. You are using the body. So the old conditioning is I am the body, not body is an instrument. And for certain higher level of functioning, your body, your mind, and you, the knowing self, the doer, all have to be fused together at one shot. For highly competent functioning, they all have to be aligned. No? Yeah. In fact, in warfare, we take it more. You have to be aligned with the instrument that you're using, the sword or the spear or whatever, until they become part of your body. Yeah. Until they are part of your body. It's your energy, pranic body, extends from your hand into the sword. That's why you will see one cut from the sword, the whole thing is slashed off. You wonder what is the power behind it? Not the power, it's the energy behind it. So when all this is involved in functioning, even if you are not involved in that functioning, at least body, mind, this thing has to function as one. No? At the same time, I have to understand I am not the body. So there is a struggle. In fact, if you understand I am not the body, you can use it better, really speaking. But there is a condition. No, if I am not the body, how will I use it? So that emotional fear comes up. That conditioning comes up. Yeah. Look at a Formula 1 driver or something. He and the car becomes one. Though he knows very well, if there is a crash, he walks away safe from the car, no? Leaving the car behind. They are functioning as one. But it crashed. There's a fire, it burnt out. Okay. Some system failure, it burnt out. Yeah. He'll rush it to a corner and walk away. Though he's look at that level of functioning. They were functioning as one, but when they walked away. Similarly, you are functioning as one. One day all of us are going to walk away. No problem for us when you walk away. Problems for others who are left behind. From starting to dispose of the body and the consequences afterwards, all that. Yeah. So, because of these, that conditioning continues for some time. That's why Nididhyasana is a little different type of contemplation, a different type of meditation comes into the picture for that sake. Either it can be through Nididhyasana, regular study, basically immersing yourself in this knowledge. Remember the old Rasgulla example. You make a gulla first, paneer ball. Then you have to soak it in the rasa until the rasa permeates gulla. Only then it becomes rasgulla. So when you're diet conscious, you can excuse it because I don't want sugar spikes. It is still sweet. Why? Because sugar has permeated now. It's a rasgulla. Same way, you need the knowledge to permeate your mind. So you have to be with that knowledge. Immersive experiences. Yeah. Camps, this, that, etc. also helps. Full-time learning helps. You can do it without that. There are plenty of scholars who have done it without that. Plenty of wise people who have done it. But some sort of immersion is necessary. Okay. Any questions further? So I've given a big picture of it, of what we have done. Okay.
Swamiji, at this stage of Nididhyasana,
Yeah.
but does the Karma Yoga also continue side by side?
Of course.
Karma Yoga
Because living involves Karma Yoga. No? See, either Karma Yoga will continue or Sannyasa will continue. The attitude is the same. See, two lifestyles, Karma Yoga lifestyle or Sannyasa lifestyle. Attitude is same. One, you work for what you desire and accept results as prasada. Offer the action to Ishvara, result is prasada from the Lord. So there is a balance and a peace in your life. Success or failure, there is a balance in your life. A sannyasi's life is similar since he has fulfilled most of his priorities. The desire, etc., doesn't spring up so much. But he needs to live his life. So whatever the Lord sends, he accepts. So the acceptance part is the same. In fact, a little bit more in the sannyasis because it comes without doing anything. So the acceptance is there. Yeah, so that continues. Both are focused on the knowledge. One person has more time, the other person may have less time. That's all. Okay. So that will continue. Nididhyasana will continue. This living will continue. So those values of what we're living will continue. Dharma, etc. will continue. All that will continue. Now, he had said earlier, one of the problems is you're too caught up in objects of desire. Okay? You're too caught up in that. Because even though we know, hey, it's only, you understand that this cannot give me fulfillment. It's good. I enjoy it. As long as you are keeping a thing for the limited thing it can give you. I'm going on a holiday. Good experience, no? Some fun, some laughter, some joy, some bonding with friends. Good. That much will give you. What more can it give you? The holiday is meant to give you this much. If it gives you this much, great. Yeah. But sometimes generally it's added with some travel hassles and things like that also, which people don't talk about. Bombay, Pune, for example. People got stuck. 8 hours. 12 hours. Last 2 days back. So those things also happens. But otherwise, if everything goes smooth, that you got some new experience, you got some bonding time, you got some great. But you can say, no, I didn't enjoy that all day, I didn't get fulfilled. It's not meant for fulfillment, it's only meant for that much. As long as I keep things in life with that perspective and go through it, no issues. But we load objects of our desire are loaded with what we call Shobhana Adhyasa. You give it a glory and a beauty and a expectation that it cannot have. It cannot give you. People come and tell, this is common in today's world. Sometimes this relationship is not going anywhere. Your teamwork is good, your intimacy is good, your understanding and communication, all that is good. Where do you expect it to go? Well, down from here, not anymore. You are expecting moksha from that relationship, meaning a sense of fulfillment from that relationship. A limited fulfillment will give you, but you can't be blissed out on it. Yeah. You know, because why all this? We have been fed stories in childhood, na. Hero and heroine going through all the problems, this, that, then some fairy godmother coming and helping them, this, that, and then they lived happily ever after. Oh my God. You got married, na? Bas. Lived happily ever after, etc. is a big joke. But marriage can give you certain things. You take it and be with that. That's it. More than that, what is expected of you? So, we look for fulfillment in things that cannot give us fulfillment. Each one will have something different. Yeah. Some expect the sannyasi lifestyle will give them fulfillment. Lifestyle will not give you fulfillment. It will only give you pain and uncertainty. Why? Because you don't know where your next meal is going to come from. You don't know whether you're going to be financially secure. You don't know. What is financial security for a sannyasi? The Lord, Yoga Kshema Mahamyaham, he has said it. Bas ho gaya. Money comes, money goes. Yeah. Isn't that how it is? Yeah. Life sometimes can be comfortable, sometimes can be painful. Yeah. Going to Delhi somewhere, so there's some work also involved. So I get okay. Someone sends me a ticket, I'm flying down. Yeah, but if you're not, you have to reach. Flights are not available, trains are not available, but you have to reach. So you go, unreserved. Swamiji, what are you saying? I have gone like that. If you have to do, you have to do. If you can't change the program, what do you do? So, the lifestyle is not going to give you any freedom. If marriage is not going to give you that freedom, you think sannyasa lifestyle will give you that freedom? Need not. It's the knowledge that gives you that freedom. But we expect it from lifestyles, situations, circumstances, people, things. So, next verse is about how do you overcome that part of it? That expectation. So, he says, in the 43rd verse, no? Dukkham sarvam anusmritya kama bhoga nivartayet ajam sarvam anusmritya jatam naivatu pashyati. Dukkham sarvam anusmritya. This argument is borrowed from Buddhism. That's why Gaudapada was sometimes called a hidden Buddhist. No. Just because I use argument from science doesn't make me a hidden scientist. I know science, therefore I borrow some arguments. He knew Buddhism, he borrowed some arguments. That's what. He said, Sarvam Dukkham Anusmritya. Dukkham is not literally that Sarvam Dukkham Dukkham. That's the Buddhist point, is an exaggeration. Everything is dukkha. Yeah? On a hot evening, you are having a cup of coffee with a friend. What is dukkham about it? Or you are bonding with your loved one. What is dukkham at that moment? There is no dukkham. Before, after, there may be, but right there is no dukkham. Therefore, you can't always say sarvam dukkham. But that dukkham is inherent. Dukkha lesha is inherent in every human experience. It is like, years ago, used to go for a break with a few friends of ours. Small group. Where we'll go in. Yeah, nobody can take more than 2-3 days off. You go to somewhere, Matharan or something close by. Why? From here, 1.5 hours, you are in Matharan. Fine. And there is one lady among us. First day she is very happy. Okay. Got 4-5 of us. Very happy. Right. Then next morning breakfast at the breakfast table. Oh my God, one night is over. Only 2 more nights left. Minimum this dukkha is there, no? Minimum this dukkha is there. That's going to get over. So every human experience is touched by that dukkha lesha. Solitude, oh my God, I wanted solitude. I came to this mountain. It's so beautiful, the view and the this, and I'm all alone enjoying the glory. Beautiful. Solitude is a beautiful thing. If only I had someone to share it with. So what do we nowadays? Click, 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 click and post. Correct? So every experience has the dukkha lesha there. Okay. Yeah. It's like you bought a new home. Wow, this is great. I'm so happy with it. Then within the first 2 days you start noting, this should have been like this here. No? That tap in the bathroom should have been this. That basin should have been. Something or the other will be there because there's nothing like a perfect house. If everything is fine, but they put the bathroom in the east. Yeah. Vastu wise, that is not correct. Bombay, Vastu is not possible. Yeah. Perfect Vastu is not possible for a flat. Building an ashram. We are trying to adjust all the Vastu. 80-90% we have got. That's all, not more than that. That's a big thing. So I asked the Vastu expert, what is the minimum you want? What is the optimum you want for us to achieve? Well, if 70% is there, it's fine. I said, oh, we got almost 90%, both of you. Forget trying the other thing. Let it be. Why? There is no perfection anywhere, but your mind will look into that. Why? The heart is looking for fulfillment. This is the thing. Looking for fulfillment, and no finite thing is going to give you that fulfillment. So, sarvam dukkham iti anusmrutya. That there is a dukkha lesha and everything. You go to heaven. Hey, great place. Yeah, great place. But my neighbor is also there. क्रिकेट नहीं है यार हेवन में नहीं है मार्शल आर्ट्स बनता है हेवन क्रिकेट नहीं है so what will all the cricketers who go to heaven they'll miss cricket. People from Bombay will miss their vada pav and belpuri. But I thought this heavenly body is not affected by alcohol, etc. Correct. But single malt is not available. Somaras is available. What do you do? You won't get a single malt in heaven. I mean, I think that is there's the latest in the drink circle now, no? Having a single malt. So much juice you can give you. It's better. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? There is no challenge of achievement. Correct. There's a funny book written. It's an imagination, of course. How the Pandavas, after they ruled all that Mahabharata war, they rebuilt the kingdom, etc. All that thing. And then all of them went to heaven. And Draupadi is sitting there getting bored. This thing is such a peculiar experience. I am in heaven and I am bored. Why? Here I am one of the ladies here. They all treat me with respect and things like that. That's fine. They know what I was. But down on earth, I was a queen. Her experience down on earth was not anything great, okay? She had to go through hell and back. Even after winning the war, this, that, etc., redeveloping a fractured kingdom, she had to work on the people who were widowed. Lakhs of people died in that battle. So lakhs of widows were also there. No? Rehabilitation, all that. She was in charge for the whole thing. If you read the Mahabharata, she was in charge of it. So life was not very pleasant. But there was achievement and doing. Even I am bored. Kya karega? So I am expecting Krishna to visit next month. I'll ask him to give me a chance to go down to earth again for a few days, for a few years and come back. After that, the story is all fantasy, but the idea is good because this is what will happen. Therefore, sarvam dukkham iti anusmritya. To understand the limitations of everything. It doesn't give you what your heart wants. It's like having a cup of coffee on a cold day or a soft drink on a hot day. Limited effect is great. Enjoy it while it is there. Enjoy it while it is there, fine. Similarly, suffering, go through it when it is there. That also doesn't last, no? That also doesn't last. Good things also doesn't last. So what is there? Enjoy it, go through it. It can give you some limited thing. Use it to grow. It is not only difficult things make you grow. Good things also can make you grow. Yeah. Normal things. Karma Yoga is about the challenge of the normal. How can you have the normal life helping you grow? Some of us had great experiences in life. You went through the great experiences, you wouldn't want to go through it. Okay. Yeah. You don't want to see loved ones being demolished in the battlefield, bleeding out their guts. You don't want to see that. But some of us were fortunate to see that. So we grew faster. But what about normal things? Looking after an ailing parent, seeing the person deteriorating and going to go. That's the challenge of the normal. That's normal. Everyone has to go through that, isn't it? Can you use it for your growth and help them to grow at that time? Challenge of the normal. But here he is talking mainly with what is desirable, where you have loaded it with thinking is going to give you fulfillment. Money is going to give you fulfillment. Then what about all those people who made tons of money giving away their money? Latest is Anil Agarwal, Vedanta company. He has assured President Modi that 75% of his wealth, and he is a very, very rich man, 75% of his wealth is going to go away in charity. 25% he will retain for the family. 75% is going to go. How many Indian businessmen will ever think like that? 75% for charity. I know plenty of rich people who have given away 10%. Okay. 10% has been 100 crores in one person's case. But still he has got 900 crores left. This guy is saying, out of 1000 crores, I am going to give him 75%, 750 crores away. Yeah, so some financial securities. So keep it like that. What will money give you? Financial security. Total? No. Relative. So keep some money so that you have, if you need some treatment, help, etc. Fine. But more than that, what are you expecting out of it? You can expect the money to give you the treatment. You can't expect a cure. Yeah. You can't expect a cure. No? Treatment, yes, you can. Money can buy you the treatment. Can money buy you a cure? You have diabetes. Money will help you manage it because you have the resources possible to help you manage it. It doesn't cure diabetes. It's a lifestyle issue. You can manage it well. If you have the money, it's easier to manage it. If you don't have money, it's even more easier. Why? You will be eating all the junk. How many of our workers who labor on the street and all ever get diabetes? Hardly. Genetically, a few of them get, I know that. But most of them don't, because they're not eating too much of carb, they're not eating too much of something. Samajhi, what too much of? Their breakfast is vada pav, correct? One vada pav is their breakfast, and chai is their breakfast. One vada pav. That is gone in 2 hours of their work. It's all gone. They still have another 2 hours left before lunch, which is some roti sabji or some dal and roti, which is gone by 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is one tapri chai, no snack. And go home and have dinner, whatever their wife has made, some khichdi, this, that, etc. They don't suffer from all this. So they don't need the money for treating all this also.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
if money can give security, all bank lockers will be empty.
All bank lockers will be empty. Yeah.
Because for securing the money, you have to keep it inside.
Yeah. So, but relative security it gives you. Let us be honest enough to understand what it can give, what it cannot give. A relative security it gives you. No? Use it for that. Money, yeah. So I have resources to take care of things. That's it. You don't have to be like me and say no health insurance. Why? Yoga kshemam vahamiham. Krishna has said that. Why should I take health insurance? My thinking is slightly different. Why? The money that I use to pay the insurance, if I put it aside, will take care of a health problem if it gets one. Plus, I have people like Sunita Savla and all in my class now. So, Dr. Wood gives all my treatment free of cost for me. So, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. So, yeah, but everyone may not be, therefore take the relative this is called life management. You are not expecting fulfillment out of that money. So, managing your life is perfectly fine. Here is talking about that emotional expectation, that this will give me fulfillment. See the limitations of all that he says. That's one part of the game. Then my longing for those things are reduced. I'll use it practically. I still enjoy it. Who doesn't enjoy the good things in life? Is it that because you become spiritual, you won't enjoy the good things in life? I mean, sometimes people have strange ideas. I'm a spiritual person, therefore, I can't enjoy a party. You may not enjoy it like how you enjoyed it before. That is true. So sometimes I get invited to parties and I go also. What is new? Let me see on the scene. I go and I'm watching. And my entertainment comes from the people. Luckily, nobody forces me on the dance floor. So I'm looking, I'm watching. Then I see, this girl is here. That man is looking at me. Okay. She has given some indication by looking at him a second longer than necessary. Then now, how is he going to approach? Let me watch. And see, okay, from there he's going there, talking to somebody else there, talking to somebody else there, and making a circuitous route to where this girl is standing. I'm watching the whole thing. I'm watching the exchange. I'm watching the dance that happens. Other than the floor. Yeah. For me, it's a study of human behavior. It's fun. Yeah. My joy comes from something else. Except that my youth club is passing out. They have, every year we have a small ceremony to acknowledge that they have done well and give them certificates. There all the kids drag me into the floor. There I'll happily go and dance. Swamiji, you can't do that. You can't not dance with us. Okay, fine. Are you getting the idea? You keep it at that level. You can enjoy life. You can enjoy a good meal. You can enjoy the finer things of life. Why not? Just because you're spiritual doesn't mean it's a life of denial. It's a life of objectivity. What's their emotional state? Then why do sadhus go with some denial, etc.? It's a good training ground. It's good to know that you can do with nothing. Living in some room somewhere, going for bhiksha, it's good to know what you need in life, nothing. Especially if you have been used to a little bit comfortable life, it's good to do that. So those who are expecting to study full time under me expect all these stimulations that you will get all this. Okay, you are going to study with me full time, I'll put you through all this. Because you are leading comfortable lives. And it's a good shape for the ego. You go and ask for food. And people will say, nahi, time nahi hai. Kya hai? Ye lo, 10 rupees leke jao. I am saying 10 rupees. I never thought of 10 rupees in my life before. What are you doing me 10? Worst will be in the village, will give you $1. What it does to your feeling, it's only meant for that. So that you are settled, you don't take yourself as something great. I am spiritual. So what if you are spiritual? So what's the big deal? World doesn't owe you anything. If you are spiritual, that's for yourself. Oh, I'll be a teacher and help the world. Are you sure people will come to listen to you? Today's world, 30 people come. Oh, great! Okay. So what is the big deal about it? So all these are to ensure sarvam dukkhamiti anusmritya, to see the limitations of everything. But there is only one half. There's only one half. The Buddhists focus only on this half. The second half is even more important. Ajam sarvam anusmritya jatam naiva pashyati pashyati. Ajam sarvam anusmritya. Remember the teaching that you are that limitless, unborn, timeless consciousness. Then what? You don't see yourself as a born entity anymore. So one side, that objectivity comes in to see that all these are limited. Therefore you are not clutching on to anything. You fine. You enjoyed what is there? Yeah. You have a great relationship, please keep it going. Do whatever necessary to keep it going. The relationship is great. Acha hi hai. That emotional satisfaction, etc. you get, the emotional intimacy, physical, it's nice. Keep it going. Ajam sarvamiti anasmriti. Hey, but what are you really speaking? Timeless, limitless consciousness. Keep bringing that into your mind also, along with it. So what happens then? He says, Jatam naivatu pashyati. You don't see yourself as a finite being anymore. Because your mind that was caught up in that is being withdrawn. The knowledge that you have gained is being fulfilled in your life, is flowing through into your life more and more by thinking of it. What is left? Samjhi, how long will it take? I don't know. How far is your objectivity? How much is your learning? Samjhi, I learned the Gita, the Upanishad, everything. Good. We'll wrap it up with Brahma Sutras, you'll be fine. We'll wrap it up. Some of you have done that also, but still I am not feeling it. Why that? Sarvam dukkhamiti anusmriti. Somewhere your mind is holding on to something. It may be even some past trauma, then deal with it psychologically. It may be some longings that's not fulfilled. And that sarvam dukkham is not enough. Go experience it. Yeah. I mean, if there's a longing for something, just by analysis you understand intellectually that it's all limited, etc. But your mind is still longing. Go fulfill that desire. It's a little bit problematic. It doesn't matter. Is your growth important? Yeah. Fulfill it. See that you hurt minimum people in the process. You don't hurt people as far as possible. Yeah, because it's a problematic thing. But you need to grow. How are you going to grow? there are certain structures which help. So follow those structures. Because it's holding you. That's why whenever someone comes in, there are quite a few people who come and ask me, Sanju, when you start a ashram, I want to be full time. And one question I always ask them, among others, is, have you ever fallen in love? No, never. Not ready. Go. This is one of the most fundamental human desires. If you are not experienced that, you are not ready to be a sadhu. You can't love one person in life when you are going to love humanity. इससे बात कर रहा है. Whom are you talking about? No, somebody have been there, done that. Good. Yeah. And they tell them, there is time, couple of years are there. So whatever unfulfilled, do it, fulfill it, and then come. So you have no regrets. So what if I get caught up there? Life of Karma Yoga, continue your studies with me anyway. This is also a problem. If you get caught up, you continue like how others do. If you are not caught up, fine. It may be anything. A relationship, work. Sometimes you are passionate about a field, art, music. All fine. If you are passionate about it, please go and do it. Otherwise, there will always be that regret holding you back. Maybe that would have given me fulfillment. Because art, music, dance, including martial art, it's about bashing each other up, gives you a certain fulfillment much more than any object of desire or a holiday or something, which can. Sometimes more than a relationship also. Feel fulfilled there. It's important. Then you will understand the limitation of that art. It's important to understand the limitation of what it is giving you. That the price you are paying is not worth that fulfillment. Because any art, from music to dance to martial arts, requires a commitment, sweat and blood and tears. Isn't it? You're doing riyaz until your throat is gone. And you can't afford your throat to grow, so you have to do other things to make it okay. Yeah. Dance. Your feet are sore. They're blistered. But tomorrow you have to get back onto the floor again. Martial arts. All your knuckles are gone. Yeah. Whole body is in pain. Not one part, whole body is in pain. Tomorrow is rest day. Day after you get back. But your body is not healed. 48 hours is not enough. For a martial artist, that is enough. So first 10 years you are in constant pain. If you are studying martial arts. After that you get used to it. It's like life. A lot of problems. First 20 years. After that, yeah, you get used to it. Problems are part of life. Okay. So, this is it. To see the limitation of a passion that you have. It's a positive thing like art, music, dance, work, building up an industry. It's a great passion. How many people are benefited by it? I have a student coming to him. He inherited a company from his father. It was worth 100 crores or something. He built it up into a company which was worth billions of dollars. And then he said enough. He sold off most of it. He just kept some shares so that he's still in contact with it. He sold off. And now he comes to the classes. So been there, done that, enough. Passion it was. Yeah. He's still an angel investor for startups. But he gets a team to handle it. He doesn't bother. They don't even know he's behind the whole thing. Yeah. All is done is Gupta. No one knows. Been there, done that. Well, he had that passion fulfilled. Had kids, fulfilled, everything. Now what is there left in my life? Nothing. I have only fallen to this. He still goes to play golf, etc., to keep his health. That's good for health. There's a trainer coming home to build his health, etc. Fine. Because resources can give you that. He says, I don't want my children to wait until I have a picture on the wall before they get money. So he distributed a lot of wealth to his kids. Some for charity he has kept. Regular interest goes for charity. Crores he does. Well organized life. He had that passion. He built it up. Now what? I seen the limitations of it. That's it. I'm ready to walk away from it all. So building up an industry is the same thing. Dance, music, etc. is the same thing. Any work that you do, scholarship is the same thing. I'm waiting for this guy to come to me now. I know he'll come one day or the other. He wants to reach the truth through physics. Brilliant guy. He's my junior. Brilliant means brilliant. Unbelievably brilliant person. Genius level brilliance. He's got a dozen patents to his name. He designs programs for the DRDO. In some of the weapons development, he had a part in it. He's a civilian, okay, but he's so some of his he disappears for a few months at a time. Why? Because where he is, what he is doing is all top secret. But he wants to find the truth through physics. He has to see the limitation of that and then come to Vedanta. Physics is dealing with only one aspect of the creation, leaving out the consciousness. So he has to come to that. And then see the limitation. Then he will come. Idhar jayega. Idhar hi to aana padega one time, sometime or the other. If not this lifetime, next lifetime. So are we getting the idea that seeing the limitation of everything on one side and remembering the teacher and getting into that contemplation? To see yourself as limitless, to see your pursuit as giving you limited returns. So the fulfillment is in seeing yourself as limitlessness. Where the mind is stuck, you are withdrawing it by seeing the limitations of that. So it's a both push and pull. Good question. Since knowledge and ignorance both are in the realm of vyavahara, transaction, do we discard knowledge? You discard the thought, I am consciousness. Why? You remain as consciousness. Like right now, you are a human being. Are you constantly thinking, I am a human being, I am a human being, I am a human being? No. But I have to think I am consciousness because I think I am not. So that knowledge has to come. How long? Until I don't need that contemplation. Excuse me. Until I don't need that contemplation anymore. Until then. Once I get into that, then I don't need it. Remember the example I gave of Harihara Tirtha? When this lady asked him, Swamiji, how many hours do you meditate every day? And he responded by saying, why are you putting this disturbance called meditation into my mind? No more necessary for it. Then you drop it. Because then you don't have to think, I am consciousness. You are consciousness. Finished. Simple. The knowledge is you. You are the knowledge. You don't have to keep thinking about it. So the discarding is like that. It is not like discarding something else. The teaching and that everyday learning is no more necessary for me. But he is taught. Harihara Tirtha ji, he taught. Every day. For 4-5 hours. Every day he taught. Why? Those who know should teach. If those who know don't teach, those who don't know will start teaching. That's a big problem in our society. Teachers are ignorant. Knowledgeable people should teach. So that is the whole pursuit. So the whole pursuit is, this verse is important. I am spending time because of this. It gives you a two-pronged approach. Because if my mind is caught up in something, I need to free that mind from it. And see, intellectually we understand the limitations. All of us do. We are thinkers. We all do. Emotionally, we are still caught up in something. So deal with that. See, emotions have a logic of their own. So you have to see the limitations constantly. And to see the limitations, sometimes you may have to get into it with some indulgence, which is fine because you're using it to grow. Any indulgence, if it leads to your growth, is fine. Because what is the purpose? If the purpose is only indulgence, then I'll say be careful because it will affect your health, this, that, etc. The indulgence of growth, after some time you will see no more necessary. It's fine. In fact, there is a de-addiction program like that. You don't try it, okay? Unless it's with controlled doctors, etc. available. Smoking. This guy is addicted to smoking. It's an addiction. Even though people say, no, I can drop it whenever I want, it becomes an addiction. So you know what they do? Make this guy de-addiction program. Take him to a room. Smoke. He's one light, cigarette is lighted. Have another one. So 2-3 cigarettes he is smoking simultaneously. In an hour, he is bombarded with, for a whole day, he is bombarded with cigarettes. It's very damaging to the system. Bombarded with cigarettes. What will the mind do after some time? It's like many of us here love sweets. So, how much sweets will you eat? Gee, what are you talking? I can put away half a dozen laddus. Good. I can put away half a dozen. Supposing I make you eat 20 laddus, what will happen? I can handle it. Okay, another 20. Until your mind says, I can't handle it anymore. So the same thing with the de-addiction program. It was popular 15 years back. Now they don't use it because it works. It works very well. Because you get so disgusted by that cigarette, you don't want another. Don't try it with alcohol. Why? You'll pass out before you get disgusted. Don't try it with hard drugs. Because you'll have an overdose, and if you're not reached the hospital in time, you'll go. That's why all this can be done only in controlled conditions. So hard drugs, it won't work. Alcohol, it won't work because you'll pass out before you're disgusted. But if every day for 1 week you are given a hangover and the whole day is gone, next day you won't do, and then you'll go drink some more. Hangover, you woken up today, start drinking. Your mind will balk at it after some time. Even if you are an addict, then stop cold turkey. Handle the withdrawal, etc. So that was the de-addiction program. Here your minds are not addicted, they are just conditioned by some of those things. Though people like to use the word, oh, I'm addicted to sweets, I'm addicted to tea. That's abuse of the word addicted. In modern ways, because there is some psychological awareness, you abuse those words. I love sweets and I'm addicted to sweets is entirely two different things. Every day I want to eat some sweet. So, what if one day you don't get it? Like when you're going out or working lunch, then I'm okay. That means you're not addicted, you like it, you love it. Fine. Addiction is an emotional dependency. You're replacing emotions by a substance. That's a different thing entirely. So anyway, so here the whole thing is emotional withdrawal by understanding the limitations of it, plus the positive ananda coming in with the remembering the teaching, contemplation, etc. Both together, he says, it works. How long? Some time. Yeah. How can I say how long? It will take some time. Some faster, some lesser, depending upon the strength of your addiction and the strength of your conditionings. And the value you give for the freedom you want. Yeah. It has to be a value for you. Vedanta study is value oriented. The value is your personal freedom. That's the value. Altogether, it works. Why should it not work? I'll be surprised if it doesn't work. Yeah, it should work. Okay, good place to stop. We did only one verse today, but it's important. Okay, take care. Om Tat Sat.